So last week's tech tip, it got a little ranty, and I know you guys have been standing by to see how it all worked out. So here's your Tuesday morning tech tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. Yo, check it out, guys. The kid came through, right? So he shot over that Amish spot we were talking about during the week, and just like we were told, right? Got some 22 gauge here, some 1/8 inch here. That'll fix the patches in the bed, and that'll be for the patches on the frame. Just for comparison's sake, right? This here is a little over 8 inches by about, I think it's like 44 inches, right? And this here we got obviously it's like 4 1/4 wide. I think this one's like, was it 3 foot? And this one's like 4 foot or something like that, ish, something like that. They're way bigger than I asked for, so we're good. At Lowe's, they had 22 gauge, 8 by 20, I think it was, and it was like $10. Kid paid $10 for that. So they didn't have 1/8 inch at Lowe's, but they had anything comparable. I forget what it was, but it was only 3 inches wide, so that wasn't going to work. And it was in 1 foot sections, and that was $10 a piece. Kid paid $10 for both of those. So you're looking at $20 worth of metal that would have easily cost me, what's it, 20, carry the 2, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like $70 at Lowe's it would have cost me. Just easy decision. And, well, here you go, you couldn't even get what I actually needed there. So after I put it all together, it probably would have been closer to 100. So just to let you guys see what's going on with that 22 gauge, gonna patch that hole there, that guy there, this little fella over there, and this little guy over here. Obviously more than enough, and no, this much is not bad on the frame. The hole, so you guys all saw, is about 15 inches. The one above the wheel well, and then, so that's obviously more than enough. And there's some other spots that we're going to fix, so, we'll have way more than enough, which is good, because we'll throw it on the bin and have some extra for next time. Well, guys, we learned a lesson this last week, right? We learned a couple things. For me, I learned you don't know everything. I lived here for 7 years, and it's really the first time I had to pick up any kind of metal like this. I had, leftovers from previous projects, and I was just working with that. So it never really came up, right? And the first time it did, I didn't know what to do. But I started going to all these stores. Instead of asking guys that have been here longer than me, doing projects and whatnot, and probably know. So ask around, ask friends, guys at work, whatever. Don't be too proud to ask around where you can find something. That's the first thing I learned. Because once Kevin said something and I put the video up, my buddy Jeff hit me up and was like, hey dude, try Hilltop Welding or, what was the other one he said? Coffee Hill, I think it was. They're both like right by my house. Then guy at work, also named Jeff, said the same thing. Try those two places. So everybody's, oh yeah, try here, try there, My buddy Jason brought up a good point. He mentioned the place, the bulk place that we already tried. So he had a better experience there than I have, I guess. But, well, not that I didn't go, but whatever. It is what it is. Everybody gets different, yeah, sure. But also, he's from California, right? So he mentioned back there was fab shops everywhere. He'd go to a fab shop, but hey man, come, and they'd sell them some extra, scrap or sometimes give it to them or whatever. So, be aware of your surroundings, right? Know what's going on around you, where you can find stuff. We got to work together here, guys, Another thing I learned, which I already knew and I've told you guys a million times, stay away from the big stores unless it's an absolute necessity, right? So before I even asked around, I went right to those big stores. And I started getting frustrated and aggravated, and you guys remember. So we're not going to go down that road again, all right? What else have we learned? We learned the Amish have good prices. We learned the kid can take care of stuff during the week. And, yeah, what else we learned? We learned we should probably keep metal on hand. At least a little bit, right? Which I usually did. Like I said, I've been going through my little stock that I had because I don't know, I just kept working, didn't replenish things. Remember, like we said, way back when, about hardware and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you're replenishing what you're using. This Nissan took all my hardware. I've been replenishing. Well, it didn't take it. I don't know what project it was. I think it was the S10 that took the metal I had. So, there you go. We're learning, guys. We're learning together, So, if you're in the Southern Maryland area and you need some metal, Hilltop Welding in Mechanicsville, they hooked us up. I've heard that, what's the one I said? Coffee Hill, that they're the same, another Amish-owned company, and they hooked it up too. The guy had the 1/8 inch on hand. He gave it to the kid right there and said, "Hey, come back Wednesday, Thursday, whatever." He didn't have any of the thinner stuff, so he grabbed some. Easy day. Dude hooked it up. Appreciate it. Chances are he's not watching this because they're Amish. But hey, if you're over there, don't we said thanks. What do you guys think? It's something I should have thought of this, I guess, I drive past Amish dudes every day, right through Amish country. I never even thought about it. So, think outside the box, guys, I should probably take my own advice. Thanks for watching.